The Chapter 7 performance task is going to be dealing with polygons. Specifically, we're going to be working with parallelograms, which are covered in sections 7.2 and 7.3 if you need to look for further reference. We're not going to be looking as much about finding angles or things like that, but we're going to be looking at the cause and effect of changing certain things. So we're working with a scissor lift that you've seen being used for painting or cleaning. The platform is supported by crisscrossing beams that raise and lower the platform. So number one, what quadrilaterals do you see in the design looking at the parts? So you'll identify that. What properties of those types of quadrilaterals play a key role in the successful operation of the lift? So you're going to be looking at what stays same, similar, and looking at the angle relationships as well as the lengths. So there's a long series of questions that you're going to be answering as you go through this. So again, what geometric shapes do you see in the picture of the scissor lift? Trace and label those. So again, put that on in some way. If you need to use this, you can do an annotation as well as paper submission, whatever works well for you. What special shape are the quadrilaterals A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I, J, K, L? How do you know that? How do you know what special shape they are? And how can you measure those key components and use theorems in this chapter to support your reasoning? Again, you'll go back to some of the beginning geometry as well that you had earlier. Question 3, what can you conclude about the segments AD, BC, EH, FG, IL, and JK? Reference a theorem or definition to support your conclusion. Again, looking for terminology. Remember, in geometry, we replace the term equal to a term called congruent, meaning that they're the same. So when you do your support and talking about it, remember that congruent is going to be basically an equal sign with the little wavy above it. So question 4, what is the relationship between angle A and D, angle E and H, and angle I and L? And explain that. Again, if you go to bigideasmath.com, or search that, and you're going to use the easy access materials. That will come up when you do that search. You can actually link to the geometry textbook, and within that you'll find a page that talks about common theorems and proofs or anything like that that you might be able to use. Question 5, for the scissor lift to operate, a mechanism changes the size of angle D. So you need to look at this and say, as angle D gets smaller, narrower, what happens to angle A? And you need to use a theorem to support that. Question 6, if angle D increases, then what happens to angle B? Again, use a theorem to support your reasoning. 7, as angle B decreases, what happens to angle H? Again, support your reasoning. 8, describe what happens to the rest of the angles in the scissor lift as angle D decreases. So you're going to cover all the angles. Again, explain your reasoning. That's what I'm looking for as we do performance tasks, is to see what you understand. Find 3 questions. As the angles change size, what happens to the length of the sides in the quadrilateral? Explain your reasoning for that. As the angles change size, what happens to the length of the diagonals? Remember, diagonals connect the vertices that are across from each other. So what happens to those as the angles change? And explain your reasoning. As the angles change size, what happens to the shape of the quadrilateral? As you answer that, explain how that keeps the platform of the scissor lift stable. So again, this is going to be a little bit more about thinking and explaining and reasoning, not as much about doing actual calculations or anything like that.